Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching episode 23 of Young Justice Phantoms. As we're getting close to the very end of the season, it definitely seems like we're finally getting into the Markovian side of the story. And considering that we haven't talked about Markovia for a while, considering that it really hasn't appeared that much this season outside of a few references, it feels nice that they're finally acknowledging something else that they spent so much time in season 3 building up. So, let's get to the things that happen in this episode. Basically, Breon is trying to make Markovia a safe haven for metahumans, along with his team, the Infinitors. It seems all well and good until you find out that some of the Infinitors are kind of more crooked than meets the eye, and one of the Infinitors, Fury, notices it and is not happy about it. Also, Violet happens to be asked into a relationship by Harper Row, and she decides she wants to have closure with Breon, considering that he kicked her out of his nation in the last season. On top of that, the original Young Justice team tries to find that bus that was used in the earlier part of the season in order to travel to the Phantom Zone, where Superboy seems like his loyalties to his friends are being replaced with loyalties to Zod, of all people. So, not only do we get a bit more of an explanation as to how Phantom Girl ended up where Superboy is, basically her power is phasing through things, and she can phase through dimensions, and she thinks she can do that to help bring Superboy back to the land of the living. But also, it does feel a little weird that Superboy is saying a line like "kneel before Zod," because as troubled as Superboy could be in the other seasons, to the point of accepting performance-enhancing drugs, essentially, from Lex Luthor, him going to kneel before Zod does seem pretty out there when it comes to his characterization. I'm sure he'll be brought back to his senses or whatever, but I really do think that this is going to be kind of polarizing for a lot of people. And honestly, I don't think that they should have done that at all. I'm kind of surprised he went right ahead with selling Phantom Girl out. On top of that, Violet Harper and Harper Row. I've always liked Violet as a character, but at the same time, I don't think Harper Row has been a good influence on her. And her parts in season 3 weren't something that I considered bad or aggressively preachy or anything, but I just don't think Harper is the right person for her, and I don't know if that relationship's going to go over well. I also don't know if that relationship's actually going to be that meaningful, or if it's just going to be done for the sake of it. So, I absolutely agree that Violet shouldn't be with Breon because, well, Breon's temper has been shown to be a problem, as seen in this episode and seen in the previous seasons. But at the same time, I don't know if Harper Row is a good romantic partner for her. But on the upside of things, Beast Boy does seem to be doing a lot better with a support dog, as seen at the Taos Youth Center. And it does, while he's not ready to go back to the Outsiders or anything, I do appreciate that they're actually building through that storyline slowly. That they're letting it build up, and we can actually see all the stages of Beast Boy's depression and hopefully his eventual recovery of it. Hope it maybe can be one of those storylines that has an actual positive ending for once. But with only 3 episodes to go, it does feel like that storyline, as well as many others, might have to be carried over into the next season. Considering that our heroes are going into the Phantom Zone to try and rescue Superboy. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't commit to a death, but considering how the first half of the season ended, I'm guessing that I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up too much. Let's just hope the season ends on a good note. So, I'll see you next week to see how this storyline goes along further.